The digital age promised connection. It was supposed to bring us closer, to bridge the gaps between us, no matter the distance. With just a few taps, we could reach out to anyone, anywhere, at any time. The world was at our fingertips and the possibilities seemed endless. We are flooded with images. They show smiling faces. People seem happy, connected. Social media platforms are filled with moments of joy, laughter, and togetherness. We see friends celebrating birthdays, families on vacation, and couples sharing intimate moments. It's a constant stream of positivity and connection. But something feels off. A coldness pervades. Despite the endless scroll of happy moments, there's an underlying sense of emptiness. We see people glued to their screens, lost in the digital world, while the real world around them fades away. The smiles in the photos often hide the loneliness behind the lens. Beneath the carefully curated online personas, a different story unfolds. The perfect photos are often the result of countless retakes, edits, and filters. Influencers and everyday users alike present a version of themselves that is far from reality. It's a facade, a mask worn to gain approval and admiration. One of isolation, of quiet desperation. Behind the screens, many are struggling with feelings of inadequacy and loneliness. The pressure to maintain a perfect online presence can be overwhelming, leading to anxiety and depression. The more we compare our lives to the highlight reels of others, the more disconnected we feel. We have more friends than ever before. Our social media accounts are filled with hundreds, sometimes thousands of connections. We receive notifications, likes, and comments from people all over the world. On the surface, it seems like we are more connected than ever. Yet, we feel increasingly alone. Despite the digital connections, there's a growing sense of isolation. We find ourselves surrounded by people yet feeling utterly alone. The superficial interactions on social media fail to fulfill our deeper need for genuine human connection. How can this be? The answer lies in the illusion of connection. We mistake the quantity of our digital interactions for quality. We believe that the more likes and followers we have, the more connected we are. But true connection requires more than just a click or a comment. We mistake digital interactions for genuine human connection. The brief exchanges on social media lack the depth and authenticity of face-to-face conversations. We miss the nuances of body language, the warmth of a smile, the comfort of a hug. Digital interactions are a poor substitute for real human connection. We chase likes and followers. We measure our worth by the number of notifications we receive. The pursuit of digital validation becomes an endless cycle, leaving us feeling empty and unfulfilled. We become addicted to the dopamine hits from social media, constantly seeking approval from others. We crave validation from strangers. We seek approval from people we've never met, valuing their opinions over our own self-worth. The constant need for external validation erodes our sense of self, leaving us vulnerable and anxious. In the end, the illusion of connection leaves us more disconnected than ever. We are hyper-connected, yet deeply lonely. In an age where technology promises to bring us closer, we find ourselves drifting apart. Our screens are windows to the world, but they also create walls between us and the people physically around us. This is the paradox of our time. We have the ability to connect with anyone, anywhere, at any time, yet we often feel more isolated than ever. The digital world is vast and endless, but it can also be a lonely place. We are constantly bombarded with information. Our attention spans dwindle. Notifications, messages and updates demand our immediate attention, pulling us in multiple directions at once. The constant influx of data leaves us feeling overwhelmed and mentally exhausted. We scroll endlessly through social media feeds. The infinite scroll is designed to keep us engaged, but it often leaves us feeling empty. We chase likes, comments and shares, seeking validation in a digital space that can never truly fulfill us. We compare ourselves to others. We feel inadequate. Social media presents a curated version of reality where everyone seems happier, more successful, and more fulfilled than we are. This constant comparison erodes our self-esteem and fosters feelings of inadequacy. Our devices have become extensions of ourselves. We are always on, always available, always distracted. The lines between work and personal life blur as we juggle multiple devices and responsibilities. This perpetual state of connectivity takes a toll on our mental health. We sacrifice real-world interactions for the fleeting gratification of digital engagement. Moments that could be spent building meaningful relationships are instead consumed by screens. We miss out on the richness of face-to-face conversations and the depth of human connection. This comes at a cost. The constant pressure to stay connected and responsive leads to stress and burnout. We are left feeling drained both physically and emotionally as we struggle to keep up with the demands of the digital world. The cost is our well-being, our mental health, our sense of self. To reclaim our lives, we must find a balance. We need to disconnect to reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. Only then can we truly thrive in this hyper-connected age. Social media allows us to present curated versions of ourselves. We filter our photos, we craft witty captions, we project an image of perfection, but this is not who we are. It is a facade. This constant performance takes a toll. We become afraid to show our true selves. We fear judgment. We crave validation. This erosion of authenticity deepens our sense of loneliness and isolation. We are being manipulated. Our attention is a commodity. Tech companies and media giants compete for it. They use sophisticated algorithms. They track our online behavior. They analyze our data. They know our fears. They exploit our insecurities. They use this knowledge to keep us hooked. They design apps and platforms that are intentionally addictive. They exploit our need for connection. They prey on our desire for belonging. They create a cycle of dependence. Section 5. The Agenda of Distraction and Control. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with information, entertainment, and distractions. But have you ever stopped to wonder why? Why is there such an overwhelming flood of content vying for our attention every second of the day? There's a hidden agenda at play. An agenda orchestrated by those who hold the reins of power, those who wish to keep the masses under their control. This agenda is not always visible, but its effects are felt everywhere. It is an agenda of distraction, of control. By flooding our senses with endless streams of media, they keep us from focusing on what truly matters. They divert our attention from the pressing issues of our time, from the injustices and inequalities that plague our society. They want to keep us entertained. Entertainment is a powerful tool. It can be used to uplift and inspire, but it can also be used to pacify and distract. When we are constantly entertained, we are less likely to question the status quo, less likely to seek out the truth. They want us to consume. Consumerism is another tool of control. By encouraging us to buy more and more, they keep us focused on material possessions rather than on personal growth or societal change. We become trapped in a cycle of work, spend, repeat. They want us to be passive. A passive population is easier to control. When we are passive, we are less likely to challenge authority, less likely to demand change. We become mere spectators in our own lives, watching events unfold without taking action. They do not want us to think critically. Critical thinking is a threat to those in power. When we think critically, we question the narratives we are fed, we seek out alternative viewpoints, we challenge the status quo. This is why critical thinking is often discouraged in our society. They do not want us to question. Questioning leads to awareness, and awareness leads to change. By discouraging us from questioning, they maintain their control over us. They want us to accept the world as it is, without seeking to understand or change it. They want us to be good consumers. Good consumers are predictable and easy to manage. They follow trends, they buy what they are told to buy, they keep the economy running smoothly. But in doing so, they also keep the power structures in place. They want us to be compliant citizens. Compliance ensures that the existing power structures remain unchallenged. When we comply, we do not protest, we do not demand change, we do not disrupt the status quo. We become cogs in a machine, functioning as intended. They want us to be easily manipulated. They use fear, they use division, they use propaganda, they control the narrative. By keeping us in a state of fear and division, they ensure that we are too distracted to unite and challenge their power. Propaganda shapes our perceptions, making us believe in the narratives they want us to believe. They shape our perceptions of reality. The media we consume, the information we are fed, all contribute to our understanding of the world. By controlling this flow of information, they control our perceptions, our beliefs, our actions. It is up to us to break free from this cycle, to seek out the truth, to think critically, and to challenge the status quo. But there is hope. A growing number of people are starting to see through the illusion. They are waking up to the manipulation. They are questioning the narrative. They are seeking truth. They are yearning for authenticity. This awakening is not always comfortable. It can be painful to confront the truth. It can be challenging to break free from the conditioning, but it is also liberating. It is empowering. It is necessary. The awakening of human consciousness is underway. It is a gradual process. It is a personal journey. It is a collective evolution. It is about reclaiming our power. It is about connecting with our true selves. It is about creating a world based on love, compassion, and authenticity. It is about building a future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. We have the power to change the narrative. We have the power to create a better future. It starts with awareness. It starts with questioning. It starts with disconnecting from the matrix of control. It starts with reconnecting with ourselves. It starts with connecting with each other. It starts with embracing our shared humanity. It starts with remembering who we are. Imagine a world where technology enhances our humanity, where we use it to connect more deeply with ourselves and each other, where we value authenticity over perfection, where we prioritize well-being over consumption. This is the future we can create. A future where technology serves its true purpose, to connect us, to empower us, and to help us create a more just and compassionate world. The choice is ours. Let us choose wisely.